ultimately whatever you wish to do in your life. If you want to do anything successfully, you must have clarity, isn't it? How much clarity do you have is all there is, isn't it?
Reflection is about yourself. Therefore, this channel is about helping you see clearly on everything and anything related to you. This channel is about gaining clarity and providing action plan. The way to gain clarity is by going through mindfulness and logical thinking to produce action plan. This is why it takes longer time, because I need to explain to you, I need to tell you why I choose this topic and what are the obscurities. After going through the logical thinking and the action plan, I need to wrap up, reiterate the point and make conclusion. Making you understand takes time. Therefore, bear with me and watch to the end. Watch this video to the end to find out. The phrase servant leadership was coined by Robert K. Greene in an essay published in 1970. The center thought of servant leader is, like what the words say, to be a servant first, then be a leader. What do you think? Let's talk it through with logical thinking to see how it makes sense. And relate it to yourself by looking into yourself. This is reflection process. Let's begin with stage 1, mindfulness. Stage 1, mindfulness. This is about facts and information. Here is the write-up about Robert K. Greenleaf's concept of servant leadership. The center thought was the servant leader is to be a servant first, then be a leader. It begins with the natural feeling that one wants to serve. Then conscious choice brings one to aspire to lead. That person is sharply from the one who is a leader first, perhaps because of the need to assuage an unusual power drive or to acquire material possessions. A servant leader focuses primarily on the growth and well-being of people and the communities which they belong, while the traditional leader generally involves the accumulation and exercise of power by one at the top of the pyramid. Servant leadership is different. The servant leader shares power, puts the needs of others first, and help people develop and perform as highly as possible. This is Greenleaf servant leadership concept. Based on this information, here are the 2 logical points. Greenleaf can be the first to coin this phrase, but it does not mean this is the only definition of servant leadership. Literally anyone can define this phrase based on what makes sense to them. Point number 2, Greenleaf explained what he saw and what is the difference if servant comes first, then leader. That means everyone can also explain what they see. Do you see the point? Do you see the logic? Let's move on to stage 2 and stage 3. Run it through with logical thinking to produce action plan. Stage 2 and stage 3. Logical thinking and action plan. Logical point number 1. Greenleaf can be the first to coin this phrase, but it does not mean this is the only definition of servant leadership. Literally anyone can define this phrase based on what makes sense to them. Yes, my first logical question about the definition is the way Greenleaf defined that a servant leadership primarily focuses on the growth and well-being of people and the community they belong. I cannot relate it to the word servant because this is something different from the meaning defined in dictionary. Oxford Dictionary says that servant is, number 1, a person who performs duties for others, especially a person employed in a house on domestic duties or as a personal attendant. Number 2, a person employed in the service of the government. Number 3, a devoted and helpful follower or supporter. Do you see that the word servant is misleading. Think about this. What comes to your mind when the word servant mentioned to you? Do you imagine the servant at home, or the personal attendant, or the government staff, or the devoted and helpful follower or supporter? The next question is, what does a servant do? A servant performs duties, service, or support as a way to serve. Correct? Do you see the point? A servant is about performing duties, service, or support. What's that to do with low or high? It is a job. Everyone serves at all levels. Everyone is a servant based on their job function. It is a matter of what they serve. Logically, leadership is a form of serving. Do you see that? If you see so, you know that there's no such thing as which comes first. Leader is a servant. These two roles can be in one person. It is similar like you can be a mother at the same time being a daughter. Most people imagine servant as someone who is low, humble, obedient. The truth is, not every servant is friendly, humble, obedient, lowly, etc. A lot of servants have bad attitude. This is about personality and qualities. That means a good servant is not about the acts of serving. Do you see that the word servant has been burnished with the good qualities and personalities? That means a good servant is not about performing the duties. It is not about serving. It is about the personality and the ethic of a person as a human being. Similarly, an autocratic leader is about the personality of a person as a human being. Just because this person is a leader, he or she becomes an autocratic leader. Autocratic is not a skill, nor a style. It is the personality. When the personality has shifted from being autocratic to being democratic, this person will become a democratic leader. Do you see the obscurity? It is misleading to use the word servant and coin it as servant leadership, thinking that servant is someone who is humble, obedient, friendly, lowly, etc. According to the Oxford Dictionary, this word servant does not denote the meaning defined by Greenleaf. My suggestion for action plan is understand clearly and correctly what defines a leader. A leader does not define by the quality, nor the personality, nor the duties. It is confusing to define a leader with the word servant, because servant is about the duties or the service or the support they perform. A servant serves well as a result of three aspects: good skills, good qualities, and good personalities. A leader leads well as a result of good skills, good capabilities, good competencies, good personalities, and good qualities. Logical point number 2. Greenleaf explained what he saw and what is the difference if servant comes first, then leader. Greenleaf saw the servant leader is to be a servant first, then be a leader. It begins with the natural feeling that one wants to serve. Then conscious choice brings one to aspire to lead. That person is sharply different from the one who is a leader first, perhaps because of the need to assuage an unusual power drive or to acquire material possessions. I see that in reality, everyone is a servant to begin with. If this person eventually is aspired to lead, this is a made leader, a process everyone would have gone through to become a leader. The logic is a leader is also a servant. These two roles can be in one person. Even you are a boss or the owner, you are still the servant through the company you formed. Do you see the point? Do you see the logic now? According to Greenleaf, the traditional leader generally involve the accumulation and exercise of power by one at the top of the pyramid. Servant leadership is different. The servant leader shares power, puts the needs of others first, and help people develop and perform as highly as possible. Do you see the obscurity? Logically, power is not leadership. If a person exploits the power at the top pyramid, it is the problem of personality and qualities. It is not the leadership and about sharing power. How do you share power? An individual cannot share power. It is the system established, such as voting or election. It is a matter of system. A leader can delegate, but this is not sharing power. How could power be shared? This is obscure. Last but not least, puts the needs of others first. This is not leadership. This is about personality and qualities because it has to be emanated from within. This is not a skill or a duty. It has to come from within, from your heart, but helps people to develop and perform. This is leadership. The suggestion for action plan is understand the logic of servant leadership and learn to differentiate personalities, qualities, and leadership. See that a leader is a servant. Personality is what people perceive you outwardly. Quality is what you emanate from within. Leadership is the people skills. Good people skill will make you a good leader because you understand human nature, character, behavior, etc. And you know how to interact with them and lead them forward. We can have good leader, bad leader, excellent leader, or lousy leader based on the people skills. But it is misleading to score someone by their personality or qualities. In conclusion, anyone can coin the phrase and create the definition. You can, I can, everyone can. Be mindful and run it through logical thinking. Understand correctly and clearly what defines a leader. The word servant is misleading. It does not denote the meaning of servant leadership in reality. This phrase, servant leadership, simply means something subjective to Greenleaf. We respect what Greenleaf saw. We can agree to disagree. Everyone can have a different viewpoint, but logical thinking is objective and makes the best sense. And in reality, everyone is a servant first. Everyone is a servant to begin with. If this person eventually is aspired to lead, this is how a leader is made. This is a process everyone would have gone through to be a leader. But make no mistake, we need to see it clearly that a leader is also a servant. When you are a leader, it does not mean you are not a servant. It simply means you are a leader and a servant. It is not a matter of which comes first. It is you. Whatever you do, you serve. Whatever you do, it's you. You are a leader and you serve. It is a matter of how do you serve. Don't mix up personality, quality, and leadership. Learn to differentiate it. We can have good leader, bad leader, excellent leader, or lousy leader based on the people skills. But it is misleading to call a leader by their personality or their qualities or their duties. Ultimately, the essence we need to learn from the role as a servant is give the people we serve what they want, not the other way around. Don't give them what we want them to have. Do you see the point? Do you see the logic? We have gone through mindfulness and logical thinking to produce action plans. This is the way I show you how to gain clarity via reflection process mechanism. I am Alicia Tate, the certified professional coach and HRDF certified trainer. If you need extra help, either one-to-one or in a group, please visit my website, jjecorporatepro.com. I will continuously going through some topics to help you gain clarity via reflection process mechanism. I invite you to think about this. Is it more important for you to get motivated and know what to do but don't know how to do it? Or is it more important for you to truly understand how to do it? Certainly when you know how to do it, you know what to do it, right? Remember this. When you understand, you will be clear. When you are clear, you will believe firmly. When you believe firmly, you will be committed. And when you are committed, you will be passionate. Commitment and passions are the two key drivers for persistency, perseverance, determination, etc. Watch out for my next video, Reflection Time with Alicia Tay. If you find this video is helpful to you, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell because you will be notified when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.